chance to. There's a lot of impressive front seven players in this division. Nick Bosa, guy went Ohio State. Aaron Donald. Do you care about that, or is it just give me my assignment? I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I feel like everybody's good in this league. You know what I mean? So I feel like, to me, I will always respect my opponent, but at the same time, I feel like I'm more concerned about the technique that I have to do. I'm more concerned about what I got to do for my guard, for my tackle, for my center, for my quarterback, for my running back. I'm more concerned about those guys and trying to change up my technique for these other guys I'm going to play. And I'm going to let the coaching and the technique take me home with these guys.
You mentioned that you were in the group text. When did that happen after you were drafted? Do you know any of these guys ahead of time?
Yeah, so that happened after the draft. I mean, I was familiar with these guys before the draft. You know, I'm just watching the team, just keeping up with the NFL, and of course on Madden, I use the Cardinals a lot. I run around with Kyler, so I'm familiar with the tackles because it shows the last names at the bottom. You know, so you know, but yeah, so being a part of the group chat was something that happened right after the draft.
Have you watched film of Kyler in the past, or did you how familiar are you with his specific?
Yeah, I mean, well, I feel like I watched a lot of them at Oklahoma. I think the explosive offense that they had with him is something that attracted me to even looking at the school as a young guy, because you know you're producing back-to-back Heisman winners for first-round picks. And naturally, as a tackle, you're like, is that the place to be? I didn't take a visit, but they were in my top 5. You know what I mean? To consider, you know, like maybe I needed to get down there. So, and then when I first started the process. So, I mean, I've seen him play, and I feel like you don't really need to watch a full game to be able to know how he plays, because you'll be on Twitter, Instagram, and you will see him. And then he just throws that down, boom, and it's gone. You know what I mean? Like, he can do whatever he wants. He's like a video game quarterback. Like, you give him the time he needs, he can make whatever play. And that's all you ask for as a lineman. It's a quarterback that's willing to do whatever it takes to make the play. You know, he's not. I don't get the sense that he's a selfish quarterback. I think that's why the tackle. I think that's why the linemen in here are the way they are, and you know what I mean, because they know you play hard when you have a quarterback like that. You know what I mean? You give your all. You already know he's giving his all back there. You love that.
We were talking to your dad, and what was it like when he came, and your stepdad, and what was it like when he came into your life? And then, of course, he coached you in high school.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it makes my mom happy, and to me, it's always important. You know, for me, it's always been the 3 of us, me, my mom, my sister. But, you know, he makes my mom happy, so I think I have a good, relationship with him.
And I know last night you mentioned that the dad that you want to finish what he started, you don't have a relationship. I don't know if you want to talk much about that. But
yeah, I don't have a relationship with my dad. I don't. But again, I do still want to surpass everything he's done at every single level, from Pee Wee to middle school to high school to college to the pros. You know, at every level to continue to surpass. I feel like that's why I'm here. You know what I mean? Continue to surpass, and not just here at the Cardinals, but in general. It's just what I've been wanting to do. You know what I mean? I want this name to be remembered. I'm not somebody who's just, I was part of the team, but that was a guy. That's a guy we're going to talk about. You know, that's a guy that really, he impacted the Cardinals. You know, so that's what I want to do.
With your foundation,
Last one here.
With your foundation, why specifically go with the veterans and the student athletes? Why is that important for you?
I mean, those 2 groups to me hit home for 2 different reasons. Like, for me, my mom, she sacrificed everything, but there's a lot of parents out there that don't have anything to give up to make stuff happen. You gotta have something to be able to give it up. You know, you can't donate with no money. You gotta have something. So, it's not everybody, not every parent, not every single mom, single dad is able to give something up to make stuff happen. So that's where I come in, is that I want to be able to help those type of people in the sports world where, okay, you want some equipment, you need some knee braces, you need some new shoulder pads. You know, you want your kid to go to this skills camp, $125 camp. Here's how we can help. Whether that's keeping a kid off the street, you know what I mean? Or whether that's helping a kid compete for a scholarship, get better at the game of football just because he loves the sport. And with veterans, I think they've had the ultimate sacrifice behind Jesus Christ himself. My bad, sir. You know what I mean? So to me, I feel like you have to honor that and respect that. You know what I mean? This doesn't exist. Cardinals don't exist. Game of football does not exist the way it does without the price that was been paid since this country, began. So I feel like you have to respect that. Ultimately, I think everybody should. So I want to shine a light on that. With homeless veterans, that word should not exist. Homeless veterans should not come together. So I'll find a ways to fix that. It's not something I myself can fix. Trying to use the platform of football to do.